right. Good morning, and welcome to the PT on Ice Daily Show. My name is Rob Vining. I am the lead faculty of the telehealth Building Your Digital Practice course with ICE. And good morning. Technically, it's Monday. So let's get started bright and early. And the topic that we're going to discuss today is telehealth used as a lead magnet, right? A lot of people will ask before anything else, they want to know how can they implement telehealth into their practice and start using it in some way right now, right? And the easiest thing is to get bogged down and overwhelmed with you got to know the rules, the regulations. We need to know what equipment to buy, what background to have, what microphone to have. And it becomes overwhelming a little bit. But the thing that I like to do to make it very simple for people to easily get a quick victory, or at least set themselves up for quick victories and not even having to worry about pitching it to the patient just right, right? You want to do an elevator pitch to the patient and make them really think about the benefits of telehealth. And sometimes that's hard because a lot of patients are they're used to the old ways of coming into the clinic and seeing you and having that hands-on option always available, which is perfect. But if you don't want to have that hard sell with every single patient and you want to integrate telehealth in a way that is going to give your patients an idea of the benefits that they can get from telehealth, I say that you should even start the process with using something like telehealth as a lead magnet. Now, what I mean by a lead magnet is to use it as the very first step and use it sort of as a novelty to get people in the door, into your clinic, into your brick and mortar, and use telehealth as that novelty concept that will really appeal to those early adopters, right? Those people that will stand in line for an iPhone for hours and hours. Those people that will stand in line to be the first to see a movie, right? They want to get that newest thing, and they want to be able to talk about it and to have that experience to tell others about it. Telehealth can fit right into that novelty category. And the easiest way to even think about it is those free consultations that a lot of clinics will give away. It's an excellent way to get people in the door, to actually see your clinic, to get to know you, to trust you, and to like you. But sometimes that's just the extra barrier needed to have a certain category of people say, you know what, I really don't have time to do this. It's going to make me potentially have to get some childcare and all of this for, driving to the clinic, fighting through traffic, finding parking, making it into the clinic. All of this is just a little bit too much for that 20-minute free evaluation, right? Or a free consultation. If you can cut out a lot of those steps, let's say to where the patient doesn't even have to leave their house, they don't have to find parking, fight traffic, find your clinic. When you can cut out some of those steps or those potential barriers or stumbling blocks where a patient might never even start to get to you as the answer for the problems that they're having, when you can show them this convenient way to connect via live video, you can show them around the clinic a little bit, as long as there's privacy concerns. You're not showing the whole clinic with all these patients. You could show them one of your treatment rooms. You could show them your front office and have your front office staff wave to you and say, this is Bob and Cindy. They're going to be the people that meet you up front whenever you come in here for your full evaluation. Just get them familiar with the clinic, and you're doing it all the while you have now cut out the potential barriers to entry. And you've also added in that little seed in the patient's mind that you're going to be able to reach them no matter what, in a way that is going to help them in a convenient fashion. And at the same time, you've introduced telehealth as a potential option, and you've shown them that value by using telehealth as a lead magnet and having telehealth be the way that you meet for that initial one-on-one 20-minute consultation, right? That way you don't have to do the elevator pitch or the hard sell with a patient that is just used to doing tele or they're used to doing, sorry, brick and mortar visits, coming into the clinic, being seen on demand. And now at the very least, you've covered some of the bases for those edge cases where there's bad weather, somebody's sick, they can't get to the office because they stayed at work and they can't beat traffic, they can't get through to meet their appointment time. Now you've shown them that there's all these edge cases that can be covered using telehealth to actually meet with their medical professional so that they don't miss a visit, they complete their plan of care, and they actually follow through with getting better no matter what, right? So that old way of that 20-minute, free consultation, we're able to take that and yank out all those hurdles, or the majority of those hurdles and difficulties that some patients might encounter whenever they're looking to get in for that free consultation to figure out if you can help them with, let's just say, with their back pain. And you dig into that, subjective, you're really trying to qualify them as a patient. So when you're doing that, it's not that you have to put your hands on them. And a lot of times people already won't put their hands on the patient during one of these 20-minute consultations or during these free consultations to see and to qualify the patient. So you're kind of just doing it the exact same. You're just doing it in a way that makes it easy for the patient. Another thing that people can do is to have almost this live chat that turns into a telehealth type of scenario. Now, don't leave this. This is the big key. You don't want to leave this potential opportunity for patients to find your website and then they find some sort of little live chat to interact with you. I've had some clinics that actually will do a live chat that's the physical therapist or some sort of live professional, and the live chat that's the front office. So the front office can discuss and talk to the patient about insurance issues, scheduling needs, those sort of things. And then the other one is specifically for talking and discussing with a physical therapist. Now that can spill right into a telehealth visit just like this. And the more that you can create an on-demand environment for these types of interactions, the more successful you're going to be. Take, for example, if you go to athletico.com right now, you'll see in that bottom right-hand corner that they're offering live virtual assessments. Now, what that does is it gives the patients that are questioning if physical therapy is right for them, it allows them to get that on-demand answer as soon as possible. And it kind of replicates everything else in other industries that we see, such as Amazon, such as everything that's potentially on demand, such as Uber, where you click a button and you've got a car showing up to drive you somewhere that you need to go. So in this day and age where we have a lot of on-demand services and a lot of things that are, right now, I need the answer right now. The businesses that are doing the best are meeting those needs by finding some way around the typical way that they would have, a customer potentially come into the office or call them. A lot of times people don't want to call. They don't know you yet. They don't like you. They don't trust you yet. And you can build that rapport with something that easily steps up from something like a live chat right into a telehealth call. This is something that I think everybody's going to implement in the future. Like I said, if you look on athletico.com right now, you're going to see that they have something already up and running similar to this. There are other clinicians and clinics that are starting to do this on a regular basis, and they're not leaving those little live chat environments that can turn into, one click and it's doing this live video visit. They're not leaving those to their front office because they already know that the front office has 1,000,001 different jobs to do. And answering a live chat sometimes is the last thing that they're going to do. So if you take that potential opportunity and you flip it on its head and you change it from being a burdensome task into something that is more of an on-demand answer to get more and more patients, you're going to find that that is more successful because you're going to corner those early adopters, those first movers, those types of patients that need something that's on demand and right now. So the closer that you can create an environment to make that on-demand service possible, and the faster that you can hop into this live video interaction, and step it up from something like a live chat where you answer a couple of questions and say, you know what, this could probably benefit from a 20-minute consultation. Do you have time to do that? And the patient, they're kind of shocked a little bit, but you're going to find those handfuls of patients that want that and are super happy to have that. And then that's going to also lead to word of mouth. By having this on-demand experience, you're going to create something that's novel, right? And when you create something that's novel and it answers those potential customer pain points by having the patients qualify themselves as a good fit for physical therapy, you're cutting apart and cutting out those hurdles that they have with, they have to leave the house, they have to drive, they have to find your clinic, they have to park, they have to get in your doors. You're cutting out all of those hurdles to a way where the patient knows you, they trust you, and they like you. And then that's going to create word of mouth. So you're going to have a patient that's bought in already. You're going to have a patient that now sees telehealth as a viable option, that values this telehealth interaction with their medical professional as a way that, let's say at the very least, is an edge case scenario that can cover the basis of bad weather, illness, being late at work. And you're also going to have patients that are going to talk about this, and word of mouth is going to spread because you have created that novelty by using telehealth as a lead generator. So I hope this was helpful. This is some of the stuff that I think everybody's going to do in the future. It's just kind of a question of when, and we can see the writing on the wall by, like I said, if you go to Athletico and look in that bottom right corner, you're going to have a live chat and a virtual assessment that tries to get patients in the door. I think we're all going to be doing this eventually, just like with telehealth. Yes, it's early on our timeline, but those that are going to be most victorious and are going to benefit the best from utilizing technology like these live video visits are going to be those that take this task on early and they take it on often so that they can repeat the process, rinse and repeat, and find the best ways to match and fit with that patient population that wants some sort of on-demand visit and some sort of on-demand service to really answer their needs as soon as possible. So think about that, keep it in mind, and let's have a great Monday. And thanks everybody again for watching the PT on Ice Daily Show. Make sure that you find us on social media everywhere.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.